So the season has finally finished then. It's the end of season review. Thank you very much for watching the first season with Stevenage, the first season of our mystery shirts. Decides our save. We are live streaming on Twitch as well. Link for that will be in the description as always. Come check us out because if you're watching a video now, come over. We might be live. If not, hit that love heart button. It'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, we started off at Brisker. We're resigned. If you didn't know, spoilers. Sorry, I've just spoiled it for you. And we got accepted for the Stevenage job. And this is the end of season preview. I think we did okay because at one stage of the season, we was 10 points from safety in the league. And the new year came and we turned our form round. Like the first sort of month or two at Stevenage was very tough. I think we went 21 games without winning, which was absolutely mental. Not when we was in charge. I think we lost those first 10 games though, which is bad in itself. But this is the season review. We managed to bring some new signings in. Speaking of new signings, these are the players that we managed to bring in. A lot of loan players as well. Mateo Joseph was a signing of ours in January. We signed him on loan from Leeds just to give us a better striking options. 3 goals in 3 starts. And he made 5 appearances as substitute, a good rating of 7.04. Dan Sweeney, our centre-back, who is a new signing in the game, they must have signed him in real life, he was already here when we took charge. He was pretty decent as a centre-back. He's 29, he's getting on a bit. He may stick around. I've got big plans for Stevenage, and it's going to take a time for us to get into the winning mentality with what we're going to do. Basically, we're going to revamp the whole squad, to tell you the truth. Dean Campbell, we got on loan from Aberdeen. Alex Gilbert was on loan from Charlton. Alex Gilbert from Brentford. Them 4 players there was all here when I came in. Max Clark signed from Rochdale. Peregrine, wherever you say his name, was from Oldham. Kane Smith from Boreham Wood. Really good player. Goalkeeper that we signed then, Danny van den Heuvel. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. He made 15 appearances for us in goal at 19 years old. His contract does expire at the end of the season as well, so I will try and go in for him. So basically, I'm not going to go through all these because, look, there's loads of them. The transfers out, there was a lot of transfers out as well when we came in. We got rid of a fair few. Like Luke Norris was he was our best goal scorer with 8 goals in the league. He went to Shrewsbury, banged in 4 goals in 7 appearances. Typical. So those are the outgoings. Loans out was just Jack Smith. The season results then, this is how the table finished. The board are pleased that the team fought brave against relegation in this season, which was nice. Salford won the league. Bradford and Leyton Orient get promoted with them. Grimsby, Salford, Colchester and Tranmere fight out in the playoffs. We'll keep an eye on that as well. We finished 21st with 10 wins, 17 draws and 19 losses. Minus 13 on the goal difference and 47 points. We have got massive room for improvement. Rochdale finished rock bottom of the league and Hartlepool went down with them as well. It's funny that because Hartlepool got relegated before Rochdale and Rochdale finished bottom of the league. Moments to remember. There wasn't many moments to remember, if I'm honest. The Rochdale win springs to mind. The Bradford City draw away also springs to mind. Our biggest win was a 4-1 win against Swindon. A match to remember was the 2-1 win against Mansfield. Interesting. I thought the match to remember would have been the Rochdale one because that almost secured our safety and sent pretty much Rochdale down, which effectively it did. Goal of the season was Reeves' goal, which we saw against Grimsby. I think Roberts was a beast of a goal as well, a great strike. And I thought Reeves had won the game for us, but we have this tendency to concede late on in games. We tend to switch off and stuff. The finances then, everything's on the up, which we needed it to be because we was, last I looked, before the end of the season, we was struggling with debts and stuff and that. But it's our first full season here, so hopefully we can take care of our finances and stuff. We sold 723 shirts. Jordan Ibe, a signing that we made, definitely made a massive impression to us, and he got the most shirt sales. Harrop, another player that we signed. List, Roberts and Taylor, also the best 5 shirts. Names on the back of the shirts have been sold, I should say. This is how we're lined up for 4-3-3, if you like, 4-1-2-1, 4-1-2-2-1. This was our best 11. I don't agree with Chapman in goal. But everything else, I would kind of agree with to some extent. Wasn't bad at all. The accolades then, the most overall goals scored by a player in a season was Luke Norris, a 29-year-old striker who we sold to Shrewsbury with 8 goals. Dean Campbell was the young player of the season. The fans player of the season was Dan Sweeney. Signer of the season was Jordan Ibe. Goal of the season, we've already spoke about that. As top goal scorer was Jake Taylor because Norris departed. 7 goals from midfield, not too bad. 31, he will be leaving the club. Alex Gilbert, 6 assists. Carl Peragini, player of the match, he got 4. Highest average rating was Dan Sweeney. The most passes completed per 90 minutes was also Dan Sweeney. The youngest goal scorer was Jaden Williams, which we got in on loan, 18 years of age. Jake Taylor as well was the oldest goal scorer at 31. History in the making. The Borough got off to a terrible start, dropping from 10th to 24th, and somewhat surprisingly found themselves embroiled into a relegation scrap under manager Stuart Hunter. Okay, this is the dynamic table then. This is what we did this season. We started off at Bariska, and then we basically went to Stevenage, as you guys know. So we managed 2 clubs. Hopefully it won't be 2 clubs this season. It'll be just the 1 club in Stevenage, unless we get a juicy offer from another club for us. Right, so if we take a look at the squad planner then, this is, if you do on next season, this is what's going to be happening for next season. We don't have a goalkeeper. We don't have a right back. We have 1 centre back who is 30 years old. Hang on a minute. This is not right. Where is this? Wait, current season. Yeah, it's right. So we've literally got Harrop. He'll be around. He'll become a squad player. In the Mazzala role, Harrop again. Right midfield, ignore the ones that are in yellow. They are just, we can just get rid of those. Chris Long and Harrop can play there as well. Left midfielder, Chris Long and Harrop again. So basically, we are... we need a lot of work. We need players in, and we need players in fast. We'll keep a close eye on players coming in and coming out. The playoffs haven't actually started yet either. Once all the playoff games have been done, the Premier League's finished, we'll talk about how the rest of the leagues finished in England as well. And then if we do decide to keep some players on board, we'll also talk about that. And then we will have a transfer special probably. So we'll do a season review episode, and then we'll do the transfer special. We might actually integrate into one episode. I think that'll be better. But yeah, we'll leave it for that for now. We'll come back further down the line in a couple of months' time, I think. We'll do the season review and transfer special. Yeah, we'll do that. I think that's going to be easier on YouTube, and I'm not flooding out a load of videos onto YouTube and whatnot. I might be in a different pair of clothes next time when we do the transfer special, because I might have to record it over 2 separate days. But yeah. We've just received this email from our board, and they're delighted with the club's vision progress. Repair the club's financial damage. We're already 2 years ahead of schedule on that. We've passed it. Finances. We're $1 million in debt, but apparently we've repaired it. So I don't know if that's a bug. I have no idea, but hey, we'll take it. So the season has finished then in England, and we're going to take a look at the league tables, who went up through the playoffs, etc., relegated from the other leagues, who won the Premier League. Shock. Pep Guardiola was sacked by Manchester City. Just a spoiler alert there, but we'll get to that in a little while. We'll start off in our league then, Sky Bet League 2. Grimsby did win the promotion. Grimsby did win the playoff final, and there's a promotion final. What even is a promotion final? I can't even say promotion. Grimsby did win the playoff final. Then they went up. They did finish 4th place. Congratulations to Grimsby. They will follow Leyton Orient, Bradford City, and Sutton. We've already gone through this. You know where the relegation teams are. League 1 then, Ipswich beat Derby in the playoff final for that one. Portsmouth and Sheffield Wednesday went up, and Port Vale, Burton, Bristol Rovers and Forest Green went down. I think we covered that as well. The Championship, Millwall are in the Premier League. The playoffs, the semi-finals, they beat Norwich 2-1 at the Den, we're going to call it. 3-2 on aggregate. And Watford just smashed past Preston. 5-1 on aggregate. 4-0 in the semi-final. The league table, Swansea, Huddersfield, Rotherham relegated. I'm sure we've gone through this. Millwall promoted with Middlesbrough and Burnley. Premier League then, Liverpool won the league for the second time. The Premier League for the second time in their history with 86 points. Only 3 points behind Manchester City, who came second. And I did mention that Pep Guardiola was sacked. Chelsea, Arsenal, West Ham, Villa, Newcastle make up the playoff, the European spots we'll go with. Unai Emery is at Aston Villa on our save. Manchester United came 8th. Tottenham came 9th. Leeds came 10th. Brighton, Brentford and Everton was relegated as well. Oh boy, have we been busy in the transfer window. We have signed, I believe, 12 players, I think. We've got possibly another one coming in as well. If we go to transfer history, no, we've signed more than 12. I think it's 30. Oh, we need to change that. We can't have it on 13 incomings. As you can see, these are the transfers that we've done. We moved very, very early on in the transfer window. Signing JJ McKieran, who was recommended by a Twitch viewer. He's got him on loan on his saves. He's a decent player. We managed to get him on a free. He's age 21. Centre midfield. He will probably will play because we don't really have the role for an advanced playmaker in support in that role, in that position there. We got him on a free previously at Stevenage. Previously at Eastleigh, Watford. I can't pronounce that name, and Andover as well. So he was our first one through the door. Then we signed a midfielder, attacking left or right midfielder. That's the reason why I brought him in. £1,600 on the wage, current ability 3-star, potential ability 4.5 star. We signed him on a free from Leighton, from QPR. Went on loan to Torquay and then on loan to Leighton Orient, and I just thought he was a player that we needed to get in. Next was a left back in Ryan Law, previously at Plymouth. Free transfer for us. Current ability 3-star, potential ability 4-star. Again, 23 years of age. Not to shout home about. It's just I liked his physicals. I liked some of his mental attributes. Thought, do you know what? Him and Clark, who's remained at the club, he will do us a job, I think, in rotation-wise. So he was brought in. Then we move on to some centre midfielders. Then George Marsh, we signed him from, I think it was Tottenham. He was on loan at Wimbledon. Current ability 3-star, potential for centre midfielder, can play in the DM role as well, and the centre midfielder role, which we heavily needed. Some great attributes here, mental and physicals, looking nice on there as well for Marsh. Then we signed a goalkeeper from Portsmouth, I think it was. Appearances 40, conceded 43 at Stockport last season. That does slightly worry me, but he is 3-star, current ability 4-star, potential, age 22. We missed out on Van Hootel. We did offer him a contract. He was out of contract at the end of the season, but he opted to go abroad somewhere, so we missed out on him. So we acted fast and got this guy in. Hopefully he can be pretty decent for us. At the age of 22, I'm hoping he will be a good signing for us. Next then was David Batty. Again, we did this deal very, very quickly. Previously at Fleetwood, he has 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star current potential ability. Again, he was out. He's going to be probably be our main CDM at age 25. Bit of experience in the side at 25. I know because we have signed a lot of young players. His career path, he was at Hull, went to FC Halifax on loan, back at Hull for a few seasons, and then went to Fleetwood, and he's currently signed with us. This guy we got from Arsenal, which I'm really excited about, 3.5-star current ability, potential is 4.5. And you can see the role positions here that he plays: midfielder, ball-win midfielder, box-to-box midfielder at 3.5-star. Again, some very good physicals, some very good mental and not so bad technicals for this division. I think he'll be a decent signing for us again, age 22. Matthew Craig, another one, Scottish guy that we signed, 20 years old. He's got 4-star current ability. Potential ability is 5-star. Superb signing this. Centre midfielder, can play the Mazzala, central midfielder, ball-win midfielder, the Calgaro, I'm probably saying that wrong, deep line playmaker, advanced playmaker, and box-to-box midfielder, all above 3.5-star. What a signing he is. He was previously at Tottenham Hotspur, went on loan at Dunfermline last season, played 15 appearances and got 2 assists with them. Next, then, we went more defensive approach. We signed some centre-backs. We signed Christian Marquez. On back of his shirt, He's going to be called Christian. 3.5-star current ability, potential 5-star ability. Central defender, no nonsense, ball playing defender as well. Looking pretty good. He is banned in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Papa John's Trophy Cup, the Sky Bet League 2 for 2 English matches for a sending off. So he won't feature in our first 2 games. But again, he's 20 years old, 6'2". It was an area that I really, really needed to improve on. We had some okay defenders, but we just didn't seem to have. They just didn't seem to defend properly. So we brought him in. He was our first centre-back signing. Then we signed Fagan Walcott. Again, he was at Tottenham. We've signed a lot of Tottenham players, 21 years of age, 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, and he's looking pretty decent. Good pace, good acceleration, 13 on the tackling, positioning is 11. Positioning is 11, determination is 17, heading is also 11, first touch is 12, and 12 on the strength as well. At 21, this league, I think he will be a good signing for us. Then we signed another centre-back / right-back, which he's going to play right-back. 3-star on the current ability. Potential ability, 4-star / 5-star. Great tackling at 15. If you actually put him in at the centre-back role, he is going to be our preferred centre-back. I don't know why Marsh is in there. It doesn't really make sense, doesn't this? Compared to if Stevenage plays substitute to playing as defender right. Suitable to play as a defender right. Looks pretty good. He's going to be our right-back. He can play full-back, which we'll be playing in wing-back as well, maybe as well. So he was a decent sign. Then we signed this guy. We actually spent money on him, a striker. I know he's only 2-star current ability. We had him on our Scarborough save, and he was doing so well for us in the league below us, in the National League. I think he got like 20 goals. So I thought, you know what? Excuse me. I'm going to bring him in for the price that we paid for him. I think it's definitely worth a coup. He's not played any football at all in his career since 2019-20 season at Sheffield Wednesday. So he will be there for probably to come off the bench and stuff. And if he starts performing well, we'll start playing him a lot more and starting him. Daniel Williams then is another centre midfield that we bought. Again, 22 years of age, Welsh, 3.5-star current ability, potential ability 4.5-star. As you see, I only look for players that could play in roles current ability 3-star and above, and that's why a lot of players have come in that are pretty decent for this level. It's not too bad, and that concludes our transfers coming in. We do have one that's potentially, hopefully, coming in as well. Play striker role, can play on the left and right hand side of midfield. Jordan Ibe is out injured, but you can see he's wanted by Norwich, Preston, Sutton, Wigan and Burton as well. He's under transfer bids from ourselves and Sutton. Sutton did win the league last season. He is, again, 20 years old, currently was from Arsenal, and he has 4-star current ability and 5-star potential. I thought, this is a player we need to get in, boys, and we offered him a contract. We missed out on about 3 or 4 different players as well. Swindon took 3 of them off our hands, I think, or at least 2. Idiho, I think that's how you say this guy's name, so hopefully he comes in. And that is that for the ins. The outs then, end of last season, there was a few that went out on freeze. These was them all: Jack Smith, David Amu, Rio Campbell, Jamie Reid, Arthur Reid, Luke Norris and Danny Rose. You guys saw all of that. And then this season, Alfie Williams has gone out on loan to Concord. I think that's how you say that name. Kane Smith, we actually sold for £100,000. He was part of my plans. I did like him. At 27, he only had a year left on his contract, and I thought Burton was being very generous with 100k that we negotiated with. They accepted it, and I thought, do you know what? We're going to let him go for that price. Get him off the wage budget to get into better players, because he is only 2.5-star current ability at 27. I felt like that was the right decision to make. And we've sent out these guys on loan. There's not much to shout home about these. These are young 17-year-olds has gone out on loan as well, which is nice for the cause. One last thing then we need to check before we start the season. If we go to the league and we go to season preview, the media predict us to finish in 14th place, which is, to be quite honest with you, I would take that right now. So that brings this episode to an end. The season review is done, ticked off. The transfers has been done and ticked off. We are still looking for another striker, another attacking midfielder. If we don't get that guy in, the Dutch guy in Idaho, I think. I don't know that's how you say his name. But thank you very much for watching, boys. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give the video a like. Next episode, you'll see our first 2 games of the season, which are against, I believe, AFC Wimbledon, and then we play Peterborough in the Carabao Cup first round. So you guys will see those first 2 games, and then we'll play it off of camera or on Twitch. Link for that is in the description below. It'd be great if you could follow me on there as well. I think I've already plugged it already at the start of the video, but if you have missed it, you know where to go find me. But thank you very much for watching, boys. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like, leave a comment, greatly appreciated, and I'll catch you guys on another video very, very soon. Goodbye.